Here we go, round one, red green beats. I won the die roll, and I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna get the beats on. Even though I'm on the play and I don't have it here, I will gladly take an Elvish Mystic off the top next turn. It's unfortunate that I don't have a Mountain in order to play the Krankos Enforcer, but Goblin Rough Rider is just gonna have to do. Rutro, 2 drop, 2 drop. Ah, Mountain's fine. Uh, and oh, I don't have a 2 drop. I chanted to myself, so much so that I convinced myself that I had indeed gotten a 2 drop. Either way, I would have played the Mountain there because, in the off chance I do want to play Krankos Enforcer, which I probably am going to be playing here. Might as well get it done now. Goblin Rough Rider might be able to get a few beats in. Ooh, a spicy brew we got going. Mos Def attack. Yeah. I don't know what I want to leave up. Could leave up. Opponent probably saw Ranger's Guile, but also probably saw Crowd's Favor. So leave up the red for the Crowd's Favor. Then again, if I would have left it probably would have been better to leave up. Probably splashing the white for the Sunblade Elf. Oh no, Tradesy Poo. Okay. Hmm. Well, it's going to be attack attack. If my opponent would like to trade Zipu, that's fine with me. I will offer it up gladly, especially because my follow up is going to be charging right now. If it say something like Ephemeral Shields, then sure, but I don't know why my opponent wouldn't have attacked if it was Ephemeral Shields, because that is a pretty spicy block. Charging Rhino is going to be pretty sweet here, I feel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, next turn I can Siege Worm. Military Intelligence. I have to Thundering Giant here, because I can both Thundering Giant and Bronze Sable. No, I can't. That's unfortunate. But, let's leave up Ranger's Guile this time. Put the beats on my opponent. And all of these things are doing a little bit more right now to put my opponent on the back foot than any of the other cards are. Ooh. Wow, and traded the Sunblade. Okay. So military intelligence is, for right now, going to be doing next to nothing for my opponent. I guess there could be a raise the alarm here. No. Okay. So I'm guessing military intelligence makes the most sense in, and because you wouldn't splash for this, you wouldn't splash for that and military intelligence. My opponent's probably base blue, or well, blue is one of the base colors. In terms of the splash, I'm gonna guess that the green is actually the splash more so than the white, which for this card doesn't make as much sense. I guess it does. No, yeah, it does. That the green is. I always like splashing the card to the color to cast it rather than the color itself for these ones. Hmm. So my opponent's probably blue white splashing the green for that, which seems fine. So I can play Naturalize to kill the military intelligence. Let's see. Nope, I don't want to drop from the event. I want to go back here. That scared me for a second because I didn't know how it was going to work. So inside board, let's sort by converted mana cost. Wall of Mulch is probably going to be doing nothing, so I'll side in the Naturalize. Wall of Mulch is probably the least good, the least good card. Uh, my worst card. Can this just hits artifacts? Yeah. So Naturalize, I can see a potential where even though the wall could block a bunch of the smaller things for a while, I don't think. Yeah, I'll keep this. I don't think that's necessarily the hand that I want to keep, or the kind of deck that I want to submit because, ooh, and I am on the play as well. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, uh, turn three rough, turn three Rough Rider into hopefully a Living Totem on the Rough Rider. Ornithopter. Interesting. Well, I can't play anything else, so I might as well advance the board. And I'll put the counter on the Rough Rider. Make it that much more difficult to deal with. Now, let's see if that'll end up working. I guess this advances the game plan in terms of Siege Worm, because now I've got next turn, if I draw a land, I will have 6 towards it. Ooh, and my opponent is not doing too hot, but neither am I. I'm not drawing any lands. But if I had to choose, I'd rather be in my position here. Double Ranger's Gal? I don't even know what this... Titanic Growth. Sure. Well, I should have been able to read that from a mile away. But, whatever. Got Titanic Growth out of my opponent's hand. Netcaster Spider. Okay. If I do eventually get up to a Cone of Flame, so far Cone of Flame is... Well, when isn't Cone of Flame ridiculous, but... yeah, there's no sense in me attacking, really. Because they just block, and I'd rather have this back to block. Darksteel Citadel, okay. So I guess my opponent was splashing blue for military intelligence and the 2/3. Alright, I've got another card. Now the question here is, I can play Kurd Chieftain, or I can just play Shaman of the Spring so that next turn I have Siege Worm. That seems good. Ooh, spicy. Okay. Next turn I also have Cone of Flame, which 3, 2, 1 to my opponent. Hopefully there's no Ranger's Guile type shenanigans here. Okay. That's fine. Oh, and I have Naturalize? I think I just go for it. Okay, first target deals 1, deals 2, deals 3. There we go. And then there's no sense in dealing 1, I guess, to Ornithopter, because if I deal 1 to Ornithopter, all of my things have at least 2 power. So, Ornithopter blocking isn't going to get the job done anyway. Next turn, I can Krenko's Enforcer plus Naturalize. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Genesis Hydra for 1, 2, for 4. Oh, so X equals 4. Okay. Oh, wow. Just my opponent's deck is just all over the place. Okay. 3-color Redonk. What are we putting on the field? Johnny's Pridemate. Okay, respectable. And Druid Land. So I feel it might just have to be Kurd Chieftain plus. and it might as well be killing the naturalize here. Or killing the naturalize, using the naturalize. Because I feel like that is just going to be annoying. Yep, no sense in attacking, because everything can block. I could have killed the Ornithopter, just because it's another blocker, and then, I could have used... Okay, alright. I see what we're doing here. One target creature gets +1/+1. First strike, vigilance, and lifelink. That's gross. So make this a 5/5. I can block with everything, and it dies, and then this thing becomes a 3/3. And the way my opponent orders blockers is can kill this, but everything else lives, or can kill these two things, and then it dies. That's fine. Okay. Go for it. Yep. Not surprised that Kurd Chieftain is getting the business. And there's probably... if there is a pump spell of some sort, I guess I'm dead, but those things would have happened anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Dead. Cool. So I still take a 3/3 here. Oh, I don't even know how to deal with this. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I can play two. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, so I can play the bear plus the siege worm. So Goblin Rough Rider is going to be hitting Ajani. Hopefully. Hopefully. Sweet. And then I'm going to be playing a Rune Claw Bear, and then convoking out a Siege Worm. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Alright. Then maybe I can still get there. This is going to start getting incredibly annoying with the Johnny's Pridemate. Oh, ended up drawing the Spirit Bonds. Alright. Good thing there's no white to kind of trigger it, so... And now I'm feeling slightly foolish that... yeah, sure, that happens. Resolves the poo. Yeah. And... Johnny's going down. Well, going down 2-1. No. Hopefully. Peel? Interesting that would have happened that way. 5... 4, 5. Charging Rhino's just a little bit better in this scenario. Sure, my opponent can start making Spirit Bond things, but I feel like there's no way for this to get bigger now that I know of. I mean, of course, there's stuff like... Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My opponent can't play Quickling, there's no other flash creatures, so I'm gonna get in for 4. If there's a pump spell, then sure, there's a pump spell. But there isn't. Okay. So, Kranko's Enforcer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can play Satyr Wayfinder. Yeah, I'm just gonna dump my hand. Sure, forest or mountain, whatever. And then convoke this bad boy out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's leave up the biggest blocker just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And see where I get from here. Sure, my opponent's gonna have a spirit probably, but 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Ooh. Ooh, spicy. You can stack the triggers in such a way that you could have replayed the planes and had a white mana up. But I guess not. And then that would have meant that you could have given one of your things indestructible. But alrighty. I'll probably just attack with the biggest things. And the intimidate guy. Seems fine. If this ends up trading with that, I'm ultimately okay with it. And if not, and it trades for a trick, that's okay too. Because yes, my opponent is on dead on board. Because this is at minimum the trample power is going to get through, even if there's a 5 power blocker. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess my opponent isn't dead, but I'm trying to think of some 5 power blocker that gets there. I guess if there's any other blocker, then Spirit Bonds makes another spirit, and but still, then the opponent's still in a quite the losing position because I attack with everything, and this trample power is gonna start getting through. Sure. That does nothing in this situation. And there isn't even the double blue up for an Aether Spouts. Alright. Well, let's attack with all and see what happens. I really love this button. Nope. Let's go to, I have to, before begin combat, I have to go to attacks. Attack with all creatures. Boom. What you gonna do? Peel? Okay. Sure. I expected something like that. Still go down to 2. Oh, jeez. This is kind of annoying that when you pay full retail, that you have to click through all the convoke stuff. But okay. 2 Darksteel Citadels. Wow. playing the three color deck, and it's a solid three colors too. Like you're playing Peel, Void Snare, Amphin Pathmage, the Aeronaut Tinker. Is the white the splash? Uh, Opponent sent me. Wow, you're lucky I didn't draw anything I needed. Sorry, opponent. I will refuse to comment on that. Alright, well, we are victorious in match 1. I will be seeing you shortly, hopefully, in match 2.